Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the Board of Education, and honored and distinguished guests and community stakeholders. My name is Dr. Stephen Pooh, and I'm here this evening to speak with you about a curriculum and instruction intervention that could improve student achievement in English language arts across the district. I'm going to share my screen so you can see it. I would like to talk today about choral music education and its potential impact on student achievement in English language arts. Over the last several years, there has been growing interest in the impact music education can have on student academic achievement and student well-being. I want to focus that discussion on ELA, or English language arts, today. Let's go with a overview of our mission statement. There is a portion of our vision statement that's relevant here. The district will promote language learning and cultural competence through the visual and through using the visual and performing arts standards in conjunction with all other academic content areas. This speaks very plainly to arts integration, and specifically in this case, music integration, looking at the curricula across looking at the standards across the entire curriculum and using music to gel them together to make the learning experience more cohesive for the students as well. Let's look a little bit more at the problem. In 2017, data shows that about 10% of the nation's enrolled public school students were ELs, or English learners. Data shows in California that the number is nearly double that, 19.2%. English learner progress is one of the California state indicators used to identify equity gaps in public schools, and special funding is made available for those students who need the extra support. Our district, 61.7% ELs this year, and on average 60.4% over the last 3 years. So we are talking about a significant proportion, a significant amount of the number of the students that we serve. We must find ways to serve these kids. We cannot afford not to. Choral education uses songs and singing to support students in the development of expressive and receptive musical skills. For English learners in California, the LPAC is the test that we use to measure student achievement in listening, speaking, reading, and writing, specifically the summative LPAC. The overlap suggests that choral music education can be used as a strategy to support EL progress. So now we have a research question. Does choral education improve EL student achievement in English language arts? Well, my hypothesis is that it does. Let's take a look. Graphically, we can see that the classroom ELA instruction will still continue. We're not trying to say choral education is going to take place over and above, we're not trying to say choral education will take place at the expense of classroom ELA instruction. Classroom teachers will still deliver ELA instruction. The choral education is framed as a moderator that raises potentially student ELA achievement as measured by the summative LPAC scores. The selection, all of our elementary students across the district, 6 campuses, TK through 6. We already have the students grouped into classes. The classes could each have their own music time each week. Multi-year LPAC data is available from 2017 to 2020. Now, last year, because the pandemic began at that time, we didn't administer the LPAC exam. We can use ADEPT scores to fill that gap. And we're going to compare that to the LPAC data to be obtained after the program implementation. If this goes through, we start next year, we go for 3 years, and after that, we take a look at the data. If the data says we should continue, we can renew the program. But renewal might be data dependent because, we all have resources we're keeping mindful of, and you are community stakeholders, and I want to make sure that I can show you data that says that it works. Funding is going to come from categorical and general funds, mixed sources. Now, we are going to have to be bringing on credentialed music teachers to deliver the choral or vocal classes once per week for 30 minutes. That's the proposal. 1.0 FTE per site for this. Each class will have a weekly scheduled music lesson time, and the classroom teachers can work that out with the music specialists. We can supply a supplemental curriculum. I suggest McGraw-Hill's Spotlight on Music. And music teachers participate in PDs and PLCs alongside classroom teachers to facilitate curricular integration. The expectation might be during PLCs that music specialists meet with their site's classroom teachers to discuss the alignment of standards between the music curriculum and other curricula. Performance of student work or work samples might be shared with community members at or near the end of each semester. If it's safe, we can do live performances. If it's not to do that, we could have virtual collections of student work as well. The takeaway from this presentation is that number one, choral music can directly impact student achievement and student well-being by directly influencing student language acquisition and language fluency, and also indirectly tying together the learning experience and making it cohesive for students. Music education can connect learning from all disciplines so that when students are coming to school, they can feel like they are having one cohesive experience. And music education can be a cornerstone to our fulfillment of our district mission. Remember, we're trying to serve all the kids, all the students, all the learners, including our ELs, and this might help them the most. Thank you very much. If you wish to take a look at the research that's the basis of this presentation, here are some references that you could take a look at. And you are most welcome to look at those sources. And I hope we give this proposal some serious thought. Thank you very much.